My name is Rachel Anderley, and I will be giving you a tutorial for Edvoice. This is for my education class 1306 in the fall of 2021. So what is Edvoice? Edvoice is an app that allows you to communicate with your students as well as your students' parents. It allows you to send grades or marks, as they call them, to students as well as their parents, communicate with parents about attendance and just about what's going on in the classroom, communicate with students who have questions without losing privacy because you're not giving out your phone number, send out announcements to parents and students about upcoming events and assignments as well as other things. So now we're going to get into how to use Edvoice. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to download Edvoice onto your phone. And then you're going to take the credentials that your administration should have already set up for you and you should already have from Edito, and that's how you're going to sign in on your Edvoice app. To be able to access the codes that you're going to need for the parents and students, you have to go on the online website, which is just edito.com. And once you have signed in, your administration should have already assigned you to base groups as well as groups for each of your classes. So once you've been signed in and you're signed in on Edito, you need to set up communication. And you can do this by going into each group that you want to set communication up with and going to the vertical 3 dots menu and down to the Edvoice tab, and then you're going to go to the set communications. Once you've done that, it will take you to this screen, and then you're able to select who you want to be able to communicate with. So you can communicate with just the students, you can communicate with just the families, you can do both, or you also have the option of inactivating communication within this group. So once you have finished setting up communication and you're all signed in and all of that, you're going to want to access the codes for your parents to be able to, and your students to be able to get into it. And to be able to do that, you must activate the groups first, and your admin should have already done this. And once the groups are activated, you can go into the menu, the 3 vertical dots of each group under the Edvoice tab, and then you can go to view codes. Once you click view codes, it'll bring you to this screen right here, and you can generate invites, and then you can send them all to them by email, to your students and to your parents. And through Edvoice, you are able to message your parents and your students and everything. To do that, to send a whole group message, you will go back to the 3 dots menu right here. You'll go down to Edvoice, and then you'll go down to send message. Once you do that, there will be a window that will pop up, and you'll be able to choose who is going to receive that, whether it's your students, your families, just both of them, whatever. You'll be able to do that. To send an individual message to your student, you can right-click on the student that you want to send a message to, and a menu will pop up, and you will select the option Send Message. You can also send an individual student a message under their profile, under the tab Actions. Before we get to my sources, there are also a few other things that I didn't include in the slides that you can do with Edvoice. You can send them their grades or their marks, as they call them. To do that, you right-click on the column of marks that you would like to send, and when you do that, there'll pop up a menu and it'll have send marks, and then you are able to choose who you want to send that to. You are also able to send rubrics. And it's basically the same process as sending the marks. So you'll just right click on the column that has the rubric that you want to send, and then you'll be able to send rubric, and then you'll be able to choose who you want to send it to. So these are my sources. This one is just a short little video about how Edvoice is helpful for the teachers. And this one is a video about setup for the admins, and I thought it was really helpful, and it could be helpful for you as teachers as well. This is my main source of information. It's a help center, so I'm just going to click on it and show it to you. It takes you to this, Edvoice for Teachers, and it gives you all of this information. So like you have how to enable, and it has all of this. And then you can go back and you can click on whatever you need. And it also has user profiles and families. So if you have a student that needs help, if you need help about your user profile, or for some reason you want to look into Edvoice for schools or whatever, this is all here. Fantastic source. Love it. This is the website for Edvoice, specifically from Edito, and this is just the Edito website in general. So thank you for the time. I hope I helped you learn how to properly use Edvoice, and have a good day.